Alright everyone, we're back. Semi-handy family man. Trying to do the second half of this, fixing the lap, replacing an old door, lap siding over it, and then and also going up under existing lap. So, we got our tar paper, we got some more hardy plank, and so what we're going to do is just tar paper over that. I prefer the tar paper to the Tyvek. I don't know, I just don't really trust the Tyvek stuff. So I got tar paper. Seems pretty burly. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw some tar paper up there, lap it up there, and then we'll work on the hardy plank. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back. Alright, so there you see we got one sheet up. I'm going to go ahead and lap over that one again, and then do one more up at the top there. And then we'll go ahead and start with the lap siding. So I just wanted to show you that. I don't know if I really have any tips for the tar paper. It's all pretty obvious stuff there. Just cut up pieces the size that you need and then lap it. Okay, we'll be back. Alright, we're back. So, just for maybe there's people out there that haven't ever put up some tar paper before, so just gonna throw up this piece here. Throw it up there. Just lap it. Go over that current piece. About 6 to 8 inches probably. Maybe I'll do a little more because this piece is gonna be wrapping too. Just roughly hold it. Eyeball it. Pretty level. Get a couple in there to start it. So when you're doing the tar paper, I found it kind of handy to start in the middle-ish. Just, let me kind of roll it along the tar paper, smooth it towards the edges. Put a few more on the edges than the middle, because the middle's already kind of flush. Smooth it towards the edge and then and we're out. Throwing some more there. Oops. Seriously. In a little bit. I'm going to peel off that back bit there. Bend it out just a hair. There we go. There we go. And then if count them all a little bit. Make sure they're all kind of flush. There. we go. And that's how we do the tar paper. Just kind of lap it and then might put more on around the edges, obviously, and then start in the middle and smooth towards the other sides, so you don't have any wrinkles in there. Especially helpful if you're doing like a really long part of the house. This is a little short piece, but doing a really long stretch helps with that. Anyway, the next piece I'm just gonna cut it out, shove it up under there as much as I can, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and tack it down. So just showing you that one piece there, just in case someone hadn't done that before. Anyway, we'll be back. Alrighty, as you can see, got that last piece up there. So then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get a starter strip, party plank, and start here at the bottom, little piece to give it the lap at the bottom, and then we're just going to start lapping it. And the tricky part's going to be getting it the same. These are pretty close on the side, the top there, this side over here. So two different, they're pretty close here. So I'm probably going to try and gauge it as close as I can with this over here, and try and get it up under there. It'll be really close. It's very, very similar. So we're going to try and do that. So the first things first, when you do the hardy plank, it's been a while, but if I remember right, you got to put a board along the bottom here, so that then the first board you put up and it gets the lap to it. So just cut like a strip like that, or if you have some scrap hardy plank or something laying around, you cut it in those strips or whatever. Someone told me that you want to leave like little gaps, maybe not do one solid piece, but do like, I don't know, a couple, 3, 4 pieces, so that there's gaps. So if water does get down there, it can run out. I don't know if that's true or not, or what. Hopefully no water's gonna get up under there. Maybe if you power washed it and went up under, maybe, but definitely not from rain, I don't think. So we're probably not gonna worry too much about that. Go ahead and find some hardy plank I got lying around, and we're going to go ahead and get a strip and apply that to the bottom there. And we're trying to make it so it's even lap with all that. I probably should have marked something on the sides before I pulled it, but I didn't, so we're just going to have to do our best anyway. We'll be back. Alright everyone, so just trying to figure out how best to do this, because I want to get the sides level with that over there, which is they lap 2 inches, so it shows leaves a 6-inch reveal. So I had to measure like from the bottom where I wanted basically 12 inches, but that'd be 2 6-inch reveals. So that'll get me to here. So what I did was mark here and mark here, and then I needed a board with the 2-inch reveal. It's going to start at with the 2-inch lap, and then the 6-inch reveal. That's going to start. So instead of doing this is going to be my board, because I forgot I had the sill, and then underneath it I had a piece. So that kind of messed up my calculations a little bit. So I'm just going to throw a board on there like that. It's going to hang down a little bit past this over here, which isn't going to look the greatest, but that's okay. This'll then, with these gecko gauges or whatever, made for these hardy plank siding, does a consistent 6-inch reveal with a 2-inch lap, so it'll be just like this. And then starting here, it should get me 6 inches, 6 inches, so it should get me like perfectly level with this. So when you're doing lap siding, the most important one is the very bottom one here. Make sure it's perfectly level, because then when you use the gecko gauges and you go off of that, if the bottom's level and you keep doing those, it'll keep it level. One trick with these gecko gauges, if you're doing a long length, this is only 51 inches, if you're doing a long length, use more than 2 because the hardy plank will actually bow and stuff in the middle. So I would recommend, what I did after I saw that was I had them on the edge, kind of maybe like 2 foot in between, and then I'd tack that, and then I'd just kind of walk them down along the, after I got the first one in and level, then I'd walk the gecko gauges down the board and kind of just tack in, nail in the board as I went, keeping it level. So you might keep that in mind. You can't just put one at one end and one way at the other end of a 12, 14 foot board and expect it to be good, because the middle's going to be bowing. So anyway, that's not going to apply here. So I'm just going to go ahead and tack this in. Also, when you come to using hardy plank, they said use like an 1/8 inch gap between the boards. I guess it shrinks and swells a little bit. So we're doing that. And so, yep, I think I've explained that pretty good. They should give us the 12 inches from this little mark here to this one down here. Should be 2 boards, so that should get us right to there. And then, yeah, we should just be golden from there. Just keep going up until we get to the underneath there. So we're going to go ahead and tack this in. I got stainless steel ring shanks. I don't use a nail gun. I don't really know how, so I never really do. So I just like hammering stuff in. Anyway, we're going to do that. And that's about it. We'll get this one in and we'll just keep going from there. We'll be back. Alright, so we got our first board in there. It was like perfectly level according to my level. So then what we gotta do is put the gecko gauges on there. Just have a little gap in the back there. These things here, you just slide it up under the piece that you got on there, and then just lock it in. And that locks it in, and then you just put the next piece on there. Very clever idea. Someone obviously knew what they were doing. So there's that. Got the next board cut out now, so lay that in there. Make sure we got our approximately 8-inch gap, 1/8 of an inch gap on either side there, and we can check for levelness. Yep, pretty golden. So we get this one in, put the gauges up under here, and man, hoping my calculations are right, and we'll let's see. I have that. Let's go with this one in there. There's 6 inches, so 2-inch overlap. Yeah, I think it'll be right. I think I figured that right. So I'll go ahead and secure this board, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. So anyway, I went ahead and took the liberty of utilizing one of the children's piece of chalk and drawing where the studs are. I definitely recommend doing this. Find out where the studs are, and if you can. I think usually when you tar paper, it's easy to find the studs because you got the OSB, which is tacked into the studs. So basically what I would recommend is, if you don't have an inside wall where you just look around on the inside real quick and see, obviously that's not going to be the case in most cases when you're doing this, so go ahead and put the first piece of tar paper up, see where your studs are based on where you nailed the OSB into the studs, and then mark them with a piece of chalk, and then take a level and draw down, and then when you lap your tar paper or whatever, you can just lap over, you'll have the marks, and just take a long level, just keep following up the wall as you so that you have it over all your tar paper. If you use the other stuff, the plastic stuff, I imagine you could probably use a Sharpie or something like that. Might be more difficult though, because I think you do the whole wall. So anyway, that's how I do it with tar paper. It works really well. So just a tip on that, and we'll go ahead and continue with our install here. Okay, so here's the good news. As you can see, looks like my measuring was pretty correct there. Came over to here, and you see that there. The board here lined up with that is really solid, really close. Probably not going to be able to notice if there's any difference. I think there might be like an eighth off, but it's good enough. And this board is really nice and level. Put the level on there, it's pretty much perfect. So yeah, I'm just going to keep using the Gecko gauges and just keep walking it up the wall, and based on this wall here and how they're level there and how it's level there, it should be about perfect to when I get to the top there. So I'm just going to keep putting these boards in and walking it up to the final one where we got to go underneath, and that'll be the one that's a little bit different there, I think. So anyway, I'm going to keep walking them up the wall there, just using the same method. Hammer them into the studs there. I'm using I think 2-inch stainless ring shank. Pretty good nail. So I'll just keep doing that, and we'll be back. Alright, here comes our moment of truth here. See if I can stick that board up under there and see how that works out here. So here we go. Get a grip under there after I get that on there. The Gecko in here. Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful. Excuse me. Anyway, it went right up under there. So I think the only difference with this one and the other ones is that I'm going to have to, okay, so I'll tack it in here, and I might have one exposed nail right here. So it'll be like that where they're joined. When you have joining ones, you have to expose the nail. So I'm gonna have to do that probably right there. That's okay. Just caulk over the head and then paint over it, so it's nothing. And then hopefully one last board I'll just slide up under here, and once again I'll have one exposed nail. I don't think I'm gonna nail in the top. I'm just gonna nail in the bottom. I think that should be sufficient. Or maybe I will nail on the top. Yeah, I might nail, like, I think behind here is the header for the old door, so it's just one solid piece. So I think I'll nail maybe like a couple in the top to hold that one, and those will all be exposed. Like, well, not like you know, obviously you see these. You can't see any nails in these. That one, the one that joins, that does that little gap, it's gonna have to have a few exposed nail heads. Anyway, we'll put this one in, and then we'll get that one up there and show you that last little bit. Okay, we'll be right back. Okie doke. So it's the moment of truth. I'm gonna put this last board up there. And these just go over it like that. Just slide right up under there. Make grip right on. I cut the board out. So let's see. Right up under there. Oh, I think I need to put the grips on after the board up in there, and put the grips in there. Alright. Hopefully I won't give him any trouble. Here. Appears to be a little bit higher. Oh, you know what? I just have to deal with that. And just might just have to say that's good enough. Let's see here. Noticeable. I'll just elevate that one just a little bit to just make it level with that. It'll be more noticeable if it's like that than if it's a little bit uneven. So go ahead and go like that. I'll put a little some kind of shim under there. A shim or two. Hold on, I'm going to shim that real quick so it's level. Hold on a second. Alright, so anyway, we made it level with our other piece coming across. As you can see, right here, it's level here, and then over here, it's very close. So, it's close enough to where you can't really tell, and it is up under that other piece. So what all we're gonna have to do is hammer it in. I think we'll just go like right about here, and then we'll just do one like right here, and then we'll do a few on the top, and that'll be it. So you're gonna have, yes, when you have to do something like a door or pull a piece of siding, put another one up, you're probably gonna have some exposed nails, but that's just the price you're gonna pay anyway. Get that pounded in and see how it is. We'll be back. Alright everyone, so that's pretty much it. Door's gone, siding replaced, just all that remains is just to caulk all the seams, and I recommend paintable caulk for sure, and then paint it. So that's it. That's how you replace an exterior door with lap siding and lap side over it and make it match the rest of your lap. Hope that helped people out there. Pretty easy project, just takes a little bit of time. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.